January 15th, 2025. Daily Bread. Passage: Genesis chapter 8, verse 1 to verse 22. Key verse 21. Title: God remembered Noah. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark. And he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Now the springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down. And on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of the Ararat. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch, because there was water over all the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hand and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days, and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. By the first day of the 1st month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark, and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it." So Noah came out, together with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, all the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground, and all the birds, everything that moves on land, came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood. And never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease." Daily Bread Message. The earth was covered with water. The people and animals were gone. God sent a great wind, and the waters receded. After 10 months, the tops of the mountain became visible. Then after 40 days, Noah sent a raven, and then a dove, to see if the water had receded. The dove found nowhere to perch, and so Noah waited 7 more days. Then the dove returned with an olive leaf. Noah had to wait a long time, but God remembered him. When Noah was 601 years old, the Lord told him and his family to leave the ark, along with all the living creatures. It was a new beginning. While everyone on the earth had perished, Noah and his family were saved. In response, Noah built an altar to the Lord out of gratitude, reverence, and deep thankfulness. Then the Lord said in his heart that he would never again curse the ground or destroy the living creatures, even though he knew man was sinful. He instead gave us his one and only Son, Jesus Christ. In him, we too can have a new beginning and life, and not because of anything we have done, but because our sin has been washed away through his blood shed on the cross for us. Prayer. Father, thank you for remembering us. Though we are evil, you spared us and gave us your Son, so we may have a new life and live eternally with you. May we build an altar of thanksgiving every day for what you have done. One word. God kept his covenant with mankind through his Son, Jesus Christ.